Alrighty, boys and girls, Tyler Mahoney here from Truman Lake Fishing Intel. I'm out here with Kyler Beckmann today. Kyler's been a guide on the lake here for a while. Does some on Lake of the Ozarks too. It's his home lake. But we're out on Truman. We're chasing the old slab crappie around. We've been out for a couple hours and we're chasing big fish. We're not really going for numbers. We're not really too concerned with keeping a bunch of limits and eating fish. We're just out here having fun, and it has been a lot of fun. We've been out here a couple hours and we've caught some really nice fish. But it's been a little finicky.
Oh yeah. Yep, it's been finicky, and it's been finicky now for a couple months really. And like, I'm on a fish right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh, he cocked up on it.
And that's what they're doing. You guys couldn't see that, but a lot of the bites you're getting right now, if you do get her to bite, she'll just barely nip it. And so you just gotta just barely pull into them. Like, I was actually kind of just a touch aggressive on that one there, and that's a big one.
Yeah, it is.
I messed her up. I should have caught that fish.
But yeah, we're just gonna do about 10 or 15 minutes of just straight fishing, no edits, and see if we can't catch fish for you.
We'll start doing this now.
Yeah.
We probably won't be able to catch anything.
Yeah.
But the main thing is right now, for all of you guys that are out trying to catch you some crappie on Truman Lake, is whenever you get around them, you have to just be really, really subtle with how you move your rod. You don't want your baits to bounce at all. And one thing, like I tell my clients all the time, even if you cannot see your bait on that live scope, do not bounce your rod. Just if you need to try to find it, just start easing your rod straight up, but just do not bounce it. Because if you start bouncing it, that's whenever you start spooking fish and you don't even realize that you're spooking them, and then you can't make them bite after you do that. So that's probably one of the biggest tips I can probably give you, everybody, is just no matter what, don't be bouncing that rod up and down.
That's how you jerk it right into a branch too.
Yeah.
Fish have been pretty dang tight to the trees, the dark stumps, just the hardwoods. We have found a couple of open water fish, but for the most part, they are right in there on these trees. And we are using live scope.
Yep.
And if you're not using live scope, you really ought to be.
You guys that are catching fish right now without it, man, good to you.
Yep.
It's tough.
But here's the thing, it doesn't make them bite. We've seen that already this morning, but it certainly does help you eliminate a lot of water. Like when we are dropping in, we're dropping in on a fish. We know we're dropping in on a fish.
Every single time.
That's the biggest benefit to it.
Yep, every single time we are that's a bunch of carp.
Freaking A.
Carp and catfish. Where's Jeff at?
Yeah, no kidding.
Found him, bud.
We've been in our first spot. We were mostly in 12, 13 feet of water, and fish were just sitting halfway, 3/4 of the way down. But we're fishing a little deeper water now. We're in 25 feet and trying to find them out here.
Yep, and this is just a little section of this. It's really deep. Here real soon we'll hop back up into a lot shallower spot, but right now, we've been targeting fish anywhere from 6 foot of 6 foot of water to, well, like out here where I'm sitting at right now, we're in 20 something foot of water. White bass.
Oh, was it?
Yep. But that booger broke me off. That other one's a crappie right there where you're at. There you go. Come down just a little. Down, right there. Come a shade to the right. Keep going right. Right there. Here, she's seen it. And there you caught it. Little fish, but she bit.
So, something that's really interesting, Kyler's really good at reading the live scope. I'm not as good. But the water clarity, we are in the Grand Arm today, and those that do fish Truman Lake kind of know the Grand is notorious. That is probably right just a touch higher than 9 inches. 9.5 maybe?
Yeah, probably 9.5.
Good little keeper. But there's only an inch or two of visibility, and so I mean it's even dirtier the further down you get, and you gotta keep that bait right in front of them.
That's the hardest part right now.
Because we've worked some fish today that were, I mean, we had to have it sit there for a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Just to get them.
Another really good tip for everybody. So whenever you drop down on a fish, if your bait gets down there, if you think you're pretty close to her and that fish never wiggles, never does nothing on that live scope, she never seen your bait. And so your bait was not in the right spot. So you're gonna have to move it around and try to get it to where it needs to be. But she'll let you know as soon as she sees it. She'll show you. You'll see that fish kind of light up and flicker on the screen. And so once you see her do that, then you know that, you know, that's when things are gonna happen. You're either gonna get bit or she's gonna leave you. I'm just about ready again. See, we decided to just uncut deal, and what I do, break off.
It's all good. Got this one that I'm trying to chase down a little bit here.
Heck yeah, get her.
But not wanting to do it.
I'm back in business.
That's good.
We're using a real simple setup.
Yeah, I guess we should show that.
Super simple. We're just running a 1/8 ounce. I think there we go. An 1/8 ounce. What do you call them? Just an egg sinker.
Yeah.
Sinker. 1/8 ounce egg sinker, and then just a little hair jig underneath it, and that's all we're doing. And then just getting it down there and dead sticking it.
Kyler, how do folks get a hold of you if they want to book a trip?
There's several different ways. You can get a hold of me either by text message or call me, which my number is 573-789-3263. Or you can also message me on Facebook at Kyler Beckmann Fishing, or Instagram. Or I have an email address too. It's kbguideservice@gmail.com. So all sorts of different ways to get a hold of me.
Yeah.
Now, if you message me during the day and I don't respond back, don't worry. I will message you back that evening, because I'm out here guiding pretty well every single day. So don't get too upset if a couple hours go by and you don't hear nothing out of me.
What's your favorite arm of the lake to be on in general?
The Grand.
The Grand, for
Yep.
sure.
Yep, I've always had a love-hate relationship for the Grand.
And you've been on the Grand here for a little while now, last week or two.
Yep, the last couple weeks I've been spending a lot of time over here on the Grand.
But you'll go over the Osage and...
Yep, I fish wherever the fishing is the best at. I bounce around a lot. I cover a ton of water. Every week, I'm fishing new areas, trying to find more fish. And, oh, you're right on. You should be right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Down just a little bit more. I'm trying to get my bait out of there. Oh, you had the big booger. That was a real one.
Freaking A. Where's the box at?
You break off again?
Yeah.
A little bit easy
Yeah, I
on the
know.
hook set.
I'm used to setting the hook on a bass is the problem.
Yep, just got to pull into them. Right in this, yep. I don't have
this box.
Yep. And yeah, use one of these. Those three right there.
Okay.
If old Hulk over here wasn't to try to kill that fish, you guys could have seen a big one. I'd say that's where I spend most of my time, is either the Osage or the Grand. Probably on the Grand more than the Osage. But honestly, the whole Truman Lake is phenomenal crappie fishing. You can go anywhere you want to on this lake and catch them.
Back in biz. Hey, unedited, when this goes up, you're gonna get to see the real thing. Breaking baits off. What did I do there?
Big.
There is a couple tournaments out today. It is Saturday, and oh yeah,
That's
on
a giant.
Frickin' A.
That is a big one. Come on, darling. Well, I'd like to see you.
Frickin' A.
This is another one of those ones. I like to call these ones real ones. This here's a real crappie. She went right up into that tree. Now where'd you go? Right on out the back side of it. We're gonna try to, if I can find her back, we're gonna try to stay with this one here just for a minute. See if we can't make her bite, because that is a big one. Where'd you go, sweetheart? Did you swim on through? Yep, there she is. She went right on through. That's good.
Oh, she darted a little.
Yep, she took off.
Oh, there she goes. Settled down a little bit there, I think. Maybe not.
Yep. Oh, I got close. Not close enough though.
Is that her on the bottom?
Yeah. Yeah, she's right down there on the bottom.
And we're in 10 feet of water.
Oh, you booger. Come on. Get out there, bait. Couldn't catch up to her. These ones that are swimming around like this, they are pretty difficult to get on. Especially one like this here is just hugging the bottom right now.
I lost her.
Yeah, I did too. Oh, there she is again. Just scooting right against the bottom. There she goes again. She just took off.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll go try to find one sitting still.
Dang.
That was a big one.
Yeah.
Man.
Wow.
She was just steadily cruising.
If you guys are watching this, we'll have videos up at trumanlakefishingintel.com. Kyler is one of our newest contributors to the website. Be doing crappie fishing reports and, well, any fishing report of whatever he's chasing on any given day. So you'll be able to find his fishing reports there exclusively online at trumanlakefishingintel.com. He's a crappie king. He's done really well in some pretty big time tournaments. You guys, was it a second place finish and then the Crappie Masters National?
So last year we had a pretty good run there for a while. We went 8th second, third.
Ah.
And leading angler of the year this year for ACT. That's the trail that I fish. But so yeah, it's been a pretty awesome year. Down this little, right there. Go a shade more to the right. There you go.
Man,
pay attention.
Holding it dead still on this fish. And it just hasn't seen it.
Up a little. Up a little bit more. You know, go back down. It's not a real big one. Let's keep going. Let's try to find another one of the big ones. Yeah, or just a nice keeper. Or preferably one that'll bite.
But yeah, we'll catch one more for you guys, and then after that we'll do a fishing report video at the end of our trip. That'll be available exclusively to members at trumanlakefishingintel.com. And we're a year and a month old. We've done over 700 fishing reports.
That's pretty impressive.
In that time.
That's impressive.
Yep. One of the fun things that I've been doing is I used to write for the Kansas City Star. I did their hunting and fishing column for several years.
Yeah.
And so I've got several years worth of their general fishing reports, but just kind of give you a good idea of what was going on any given week. And I've been posting those in the weekly fishing reports tab on the website, where it's like this week in history on Truman Lake.
Oh.
And it's goes back to 2018, 2019, 2020. And it's kind of interesting just to kind of see and compare from year to year. And that's one of the cool things about the website too. If you notice, like on social media, if you're trying to find old posts, you got to scroll and scroll and scroll. You could try to search for it maybe, but on the website you can filter reports by year and month. So
oh really?
Yeah, so if you want to go back and see, you know, we're in mid-September right now, and you want to go see what it was doing in mid-September of last year, you could filter it to 2020 and see all the reports that were being put out at that time.
Oh, okay.
So that is kind of cool, where you can get multiple years worth of fishing reports at your fingertips really quickly without having to do a whole bunch of digging.
Well, the thing that I know too about your fishing reports is that you're getting all the good stuff. Like, I mean, you're getting all the details in your reports. I mean, I know that just from the report that I've done with you.
Yep.
Like, if you guys are actually want some really good fishing reports, you guys need to sign up, because, you know, I mean, I don't give it all away, just like in my daily posts and stuff that I do, but I give
about
pretty much all of it away.
It's about as much as you can get without getting the GPS coordinates. And that's something that we try to be very cognizant of. Just in general, the etiquette of fishing in general is, look, you know, we all got to go out and find fish. And these guys do it for a living. They're guides. We're never gonna give GPS coordinates on spots, unless for some reason they were feeling real generous one day. But we
doubtful, but you never
we
know, I guess.
We do a deep dive into the pattern of what is going on, so that you can see what you're reading. Get out on the lake, look for the depths of water, find the types of trees and we do discuss, you know, fairly specific areas. We just don't do the GPS coordinates, just out of respect for the sport of fishing and for these guides that do it full time. But yeah, you're gonna get a lot of stuff. It's just kind of funny. You go back and read the Kansas City Star fishing reports that I used to do. I mean, and just the way it was okay. Bass fishing's fair on topwater. You know, that's about as
that's all you got.
That's
really
as detailed as the paper wanted it for the Kansas City Star.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
They didn't want any more than that.
Yeah. Now I would add some stuff in there and try to throw in baits and colors and stuff, but there's only so much print that they have available in the paper, so you couldn't put a bunch of stuff, and that's just how every newspaper is.
That makes sense.
But Truman Lake Fishing Intel, I mean, for those of you that are already members, you know, but paragraphs upon paragraphs of information, and there he is. Good keeper.
Fell right off. That's how light they are.
Yeah, we'll show that one up here to the camera. You guys can see it, and we'll wrap up our our little fishing episode for the day.
Not a big one, but a real nice eating fish.
Heck yeah. So we appreciate you guys watching. If you want to book a trip on Truman Lake, give Kyler Beckmann a call, and we hope you'll check out TrumanLakeFishingIntel.com and become a member. It means a lot. The support is super helpful. We're trying to keep this thing going for a long time, and every member we love. We love the community. It's really growing. And by the way, we're doing some fishing trip giveaways. Kyler just became a contributor, so maybe I'll have to work a deal with him, see if he'll do a giveaway. But we are doing a giveaway trip with Dylan Stocking, Jeff Falkenberry, and Richard Bowling at the moment.
Let's go ahead and throw one in there for me too.
Yeah. And so basically now I'll have that's actually kind of interesting. So the ways you can enter for those fishing trip giveaways: one, you get an entry just by being a paid member of the website. Boom, you got an entry. Second way you get an entry is by leaving us a Facebook review. Go in, leave us a review, you get an entry that way. And then the way you get a lot of entries, once you become a member, you can submit your own fishing report. And for every fishing report that you submit, you get an entry. So that
pretty cool deal.
Pretty cool deal. So anyway, with that, we appreciate you guys watching. We're going to try to do some more of these just on the water, unedited episodes here. And we'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thanks for joining us.
See ya.